And what is natural intelligence? Natural intelligence is God-given intelligence, right? So don't depend on artificial intelligence. First of all, use natural intelligence to put your ideas together. Then you use artificial intelligence to expand those ideas. Then you move it to Canva to design your book. Finish your book today and move it by tomorrow to seller to sell your ebook for free. And let me tell you something about your ebook. Once your ebook is online, it is online forever. So it can continue to make you money for the next 50 years, even if you didn't write another book. But take action. Did you learn something already? Did you learn something already? Then put your hands together for me. Thank you. All right. So, can I have the screen back on, please? We're going to start the conversation. There's a video I want you to watch. I think there's an issue with the sound system around, but just see if you can hear the little audio. There's a girl that is speaking about something important that I want us to catch as we proceed. Today, future leaders, today we're going to talk about a mind shift revolution. How to turn your mind around to give you what you want. And the technique we have is a very simple technique. It's called count to 4. Can you count to 4? Can you count to 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's called the count to 4 technique. Just 4 things that you can use to revolutionize your mind. Thank you. Can I have my slides, please? Just 4 things you can use to transform your mind. In the end, everything you want, please reduce the echo, just contain it a little. In the end, everything you want to become, exists where? Exists where? You know, when I came in, my big brother here was talking about designing. He says you must design with the end in mind, right? Let me tell you how powerful your thoughts are. And that's why we must focus on changing the way you think. Look around you. Are we sitting in a building? Are we sitting in a building? This building, the idea of this entire complex was given birth to by the International Center for Islamic... Is this... Ooh, sorry. Is that my mic or yours? What's this place called? International Center for Islamic Culture and Education. Do you know that all of this once was just an idea in the mind of a man? Do you know that? Now look at you. We are sitting in what used to be an idea in somebody's mind. Can you see how powerful thoughts are? That means that that idea you carry, one day, you will be sitting inside it. One day, your friends will be reading Summer of 2016. One day, your friends will be reading about Nigeria in grandma's hands. Is that clear? And so that's why we're focusing on your mind. Let's settle down and then we can continue. Let's just wait for them to settle. If it plays, do you think it will be loud enough? It will be loud now. I try again.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. We ask ourselves, Who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? We were born to make a manifest, the glory of God that is within us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same.
Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know.
It's written in plain English. What does it mean?
That I'm not supposed to be afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of me.
You're not supposed to be afraid of what? Afraid of? Afraid of? Have you noticed that sometimes when you think about a very big idea, you feel fear inside here? You think you can't do it. That is you being afraid of yourself. Today, all of that dies. Your big future is at the other end of fear. You must move past fear to become that person you will become. Do you know what fear means? Fear is an acronym. Can I spell it out to you? Write down fear on your page. F is for false. F is for false. F-A-L-S-E. F, false. E is evidence. All right, let's just wait for them to settle. Can we settle down? I'll come back to that. Let's wait for them to settle. Okay. While they're doing that, let's just learn about fear. So I said F is for what? E is for what? A is for appearing. A is for appearing. A is for what? And R is for real. So what does fear mean? False evidence appearing real. So anytime you wake up and you're afraid of something, you start saying over to yourself, this is false evidence appearing real. When you're afraid of something, can I tell you, how do you know you are afraid? Who is the person thinking about it? You are the only thinker. Many of you like to watch horror movies. And so you watch horror movies and watch horror movies. And then one night at 2 a.m., you wake up from sleep. And then you see something moving in the dark by your window. And you jump and you start praying and praying and praying. And then you turn on the light and you see that it is just your veil that the wind was moving. But in that moment, you were so afraid it felt real, isn't it? But when you turned on the light, you realized it was what? False. The only thing that makes you afraid is the way you think. Fear is false evidence appearing real. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing beyond you. Gentlemen, do you understand this? Ladies, do you understand this? Do you understand it? What I'm saying to you is this. Anytime you see something that makes you afraid, how do you know you're afraid? By your thinking, isn't it? Who is the person thinking? You. Nothing has the ability to make you afraid. It is your thinking that makes it so. How many of you have ever said that that guy or that girl is making me angry? Have you said that before? But how do you feel the anger? Who is thinking it? You are the only thinker. Nobody has the power to disturb your mind. It is your thinking that makes it so. It is your thinking that makes it so. So the moment you can control your mind and control the way you think, guess what happens to you? You are truly free. Freedom is a state of mind. Freedom is what? A state of mind. And sometimes life takes you through different experiences to the point where your mind becomes free. For me to be standing here today, life ensured that first of all, I was born in the north. That's what God made sure. I was born in Zaria. I was born in Zaria on the 16th of July, 1978. It was a Sunday, and so my father calls me Dan Laddie. He's gone to rest now, God rest his soul. But guess what? Because I was born in Zaria, I learned some Hausa. I had some great northern mentors, people who loved me, who were northerners, who took me as their own, right? Now, down the line, because I had that connection with the north, when there was a community development project going on in Jalingo in Taraba, guess who was called for it? Me, because I'm comfortable being in the north. When there was a project going on in Borno State, with the governor of Borno State, to help improve certain things, guess who was part of the team? Me, because I was comfortable with the north. Now, when I got to the north, who did I meet? I met two amazing young gentlemen. I met Dr. Salim, and I met Rufai. And because I met them years ago, look at me standing here with you today. Don't ever be afraid of your journey. Life is a journey, but it is taking you somewhere good. Why? Because God, who has made us, has good intentions for all of us. Do you agree with that? He's the most beneficial and the most merciful. He has good intentions for all of us. So today, I want you to sit down and examine in your mind the good intentions that God has for you. And guess how he communicates those good intentions to you? By ideas. This Islamic center was once an idea in the mind of a person put there by God. He took action on that idea, and guess what happened? Look at us now, right? Right? So, open your mind to learn. Yesterday we stopped at a point where we said you needed to decide. Everybody say decide. We asked the question, what do you really want? What do you really want? If it was up to you, what do you want out of life? What do you want? Everybody has a common connection with money. So I'm going to ask it from the financial perspective. It's easier. Do you want money? Now the big question is,
how much time do you need?
So now I'll do a talk for 25, 30 minutes. Then we'll do
No, you have in total you have half an hour.
half an hour.
Yes.
So let me talk for 15 minutes and do the group exercise for 15 minutes.
Right.
So please give me a signal when it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
all right. So let's talk about money. Do we all want money? Now the big question is, how much money do you want? Write it down in Naira and Kobo. No dollars, no pounds. Naira and Kobo. How much money do you want? This is decision making. And then you're going to see the challenge we all have. Write it down. How much money do you want? Now you're going to see what I taught you about paradigms yesterday. The figure you write down has already been influenced by where you grew up and the people around you. How much money do you want? How many of you are struggling to put a figure down? It's difficult. Okay, how many of you have written something down? Okay, I'm just going to point at you, just shout out the figure. So the guy by the end there in the green, yes, shout out your figure. How much did you write down? Just say it and then echo it to me, everyone. 200 million. Okay. Who wants to tell me there's it? How much? 100 million. 100 billion. Good. 100 million. 1.5 million. Okay, now listen. Okay, what's yours? 10 billion. Okay. 100 billion. Fantastic. I like these figures. Now listen, hold on. Hold on. Where is this money right now? You're learning something very important, actually. Where is this money right now? Good, she says in her head. Where is this money right now? In your mind. Future leaders. I want to ask you a question. Where is the future? Where is the future? Gentlemen, give me your attention. Where is the future? When they say, who's responding?
I say in your thoughts.
Okay, the future is in your thoughts. Yes. Anybody else? Where is the future? There's a lady here. Right here. No, let me take this lady. Where is the future? In your hands. Okay, fantastic. Now listen, guys. Have you heard Gen Z say vibe? I like your vibe. Do you know what vibe means? It's from the word vibration. Do you know that? They're saying, I like your vibration. Do you know what vibration means? Let me tell you. Vibration is from the word, it's connected to the word frequency. How is human thought measured? And who's a science person? How is human thought measured? Okay, how is energy measured? Frequency. How is human thought measured? Frequency. Don't worry, you'll get it. So in terms of money, you have written down something on your page, right? Just write down something. Have you written down something? Now look at me. Look at me, everyone. Multiply that figure by 100. Stop. What happened in your mind just now? I know some of you, your mind said, Waneni. How? Do you know why? Because you have put a limit to your expectation. You are speaking, for those of you that took the exercise seriously, you put down a figure that you believe that your uncle's contract can provide for you. You put down a figure that you believe your father's network can provide for you. But you see, your provision is not a human being. It's not from a human source. The universe has been designed to give you, the world we live in has been designed to give you everything you need for life and godliness. Everything you need for existence. Right? But how do you tap into this? Stay with me. What does all of this mean? You see, I'm trying to use shortcuts so that we can get there fast. What does all of this mean? The future you want must be designed. And it must be designed by you. To design the future you want, you must have what is called a vision. Everybody say vision. What's a vision? A vision is a picture of the future that you want to be a part of. What is a vision? A picture of the future that you want to be a part of. When an architect wants to build this amazing structure, this amazing mosque, when an architect is called to build it, he must do what? Create a picture. What do you see? He must create a picture. So what is the picture of your life? What do you see? You are the architect. You are the designer. What do you see? Who are you 5 years from now? I want you to write that question down. On this same day, 20th September 2030, who am I? On this same day, 5 years from now, 20th September 2030, who am I? Write that down. Who are you? How is the world going to know you? A vision is a picture of the future that you want to be a part of. Describe your future. Let me ask you a question. If you knew that every night while you slept, that God in His infinite mercies will come to your mind and take that idea you have in your mind and make it happen, what would you do every night? Did you understand the question? Should I ask it again? If you knew that every night while you are sleeping, God in His infinite mercies will come and take the big idea you have in your mind and make it a reality, what would you do every night? You will go to bed with that idea, right? Do you know what? That is actually how it happens. How many of you have woken up to trouble over and over because you slept in bed in anger and hatred for another human being? Any thought you hold on the screen of your mind on repeat will show up in your life. If you think kind thoughts, you attract kindness. The idea you go to bed with at night is very important. So when you have a vision that has been drafted, you must lie down.
It's okay. Saying the boys might be missing. This is girl's side.
No, I'm picking this angle because they can all see me from here.
Go ahead.
Yes. When you lie down at night, one important thing you must put in your mind. This is the shortcut. That's why I said, what does it mean? When you lie down at night, one important thing you must put in your mind is your vision. A picture of the future you want. Not the problems that happened yesterday. Not the person that annoyed you yesterday. Not the things that you hate about Nigeria. But the future of the Nigeria you want. The future of the family you want. The future of the greatness and the glory that you want. So the big question is, what do you want, future leaders? Do you understand this? And so I invite you again to focus. I said the technique is called the count to 4 technique, right? The count to 4 technique. What is number 1? What is number 1? I've been asking you since yesterday, what do you want for your life? Decision. Number 2? This decision, what are the various sub-components, the various little things that you need to do to achieve it? Number 3, in my coaching sessions, we call that blueprint your war plan. What are you going to do? A clear description of everything you are going to do, that you must do to achieve that goal and to achieve that vision. And then last, no matter how hungry you are, if you don't go to the kitchen to pick up the plate of food, will you eat? Will you eat? No. Action. Listen, guys, write in your book, I must develop a bias for action. A bias, B-I-A-S. Have a crazy hunger for action as you think you take action. Some people are afraid of failing. But let me tell you something about failure. Failure is growth. Failure is growth. Learn to fail forward. How many of you remember that at a point in your life, you were trying to learn how to get up and walk? How many of you remember? How many of you remember that? Were you born walking? Gentlemen, were you born walking? By the point in your life, you had to get up to try to walk. And you fell down so many times, right? Now, the child that said, I am tired of falling down, will be a cripple for life. But the child that kept going and kept trying until one day they said taking the first few steps, they learned to walk, isn't it? Do not be afraid to fail. Failure simply prepares your mind for greatness. So fail as many times. You know what that means? Take that idea and go for it. If you fail, you've just learned the way it wouldn't work. The same way Thomas Edison realized after 10,000 attempts at the filament light bulb, wouldn't work in 10,000 different ways. If he had stopped, would we have light today? No. The guy that put together the automobiles, what's his name? His first name starts with an H, and his last name starts with an F. Henry Ford. Do you know that Henry Ford was the most ridiculed man of his time? Because nobody believed that a fuel-run car will work. And that a car can be made affordable for everybody to buy one. But that was his vision. That was the picture of the future he wanted to feature in. And so he pushed. People insulted him, but he pushed. Did he succeed? Yes, he did. What idea are you pushing on a daily basis, guys? Can you see this? So, my best position, I'm looking for a place where everyone can see me. It's quite difficult in this hall. But anyways, can you all see the slide? What does this mean to you? I want someone to think about it naturally and somebody else to interpret it scientifically. And I want somebody from this table, this second table here. I like this gentleman here. Who's going to tell me what this means? Who's going to help? This table, this second table, yes, this second table. Somebody here. Who's helping me out? I like the guy in the blue shirt. He has hair like mine. Yes. Tell me, man, what do you think this means?
Your health, then what you think, so put it into reality.
Good. Does anybody want to add something to that? Does anybody want to add something to this? He says your thoughts, your reality.
Your thought will be your reflection of how you want it.
Okay. Someone there, there's a gentleman behind there.
From the look of it, I can see a greater sign there.
Yes. Scientific. Go ahead.
Good. So your thoughts are greater than what you can imagine.
Okay.
Then when you allow your reality, the things you see around you, the real world to criticize it and everything, then it's definitely going to bring you down. And then
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let's proceed. Let me show you something. There's a great secret. Everybody knows it. And this secret revolves around what idea? You are. Are you the greatest person anybody has ever met? Yes, I am. Are you the greatest person anybody has ever met? Are you a distinguished ambassador? Are you a governor? Are you? You are what you think. You are what you think. Are you the wealthiest woman anybody has ever met? Are you the kindest man anybody has ever met? What kind of thoughts are you thinking about yourself, future leaders? Let us read this together. 3, go. You cannot produce any results or outcomes bigger than what your mind clearly sees. What does your mind see about your own future? What have you written down? Remember, I told you a vision is a picture of the future you want to feature in, right? Right? What do you see about your future? Let me take you somewhere. I don't have a lot of time, so I want to look at this and look at this well. Can you see it on that table? In the absence of clearly defined goals, we become what? Loyal to what? Performing daily trivia until ultimately we become enslaved by it. Do you know what this means? If you don't have a destination, every single day, you will follow anything that comes your way. Have you not noticed that one day you sat down and you said, I'm going to be great? Then there was a tone, a beep on your phone. It was an Instagram message. And you opened it, said, let me just read this message before I start my activities. 1 hour later, you were still there. Have you experienced that before? Do you know why? Because you don't have a goal that is driving you. You are not hungry for your future. When you have something that's driving you, guess what? When you wake up every day, after thanking God for the breath of life, you are in pursuit. I like this movie about the samurais. It had, what's this actor's name? He was an American samurai that kind of showed up in Japan. He was an American that was in Japan. He learned the way of the samurais. And they were trying to teach him, pardon? Tom Cruise, yes. And they were trying to teach him how to use the sword to fight. And one day the boy stops him and says to him, you know what your problem is? You have too many minds. In other words, you are distracted. He says you must have one mind. One mind. Decision. What do you want? I'm going to show you after this the power of decision. When one man woke up and said something, let me tell you the truth, what he said was incredibly stupid that time. But that incredibly stupid thing, he got up and announced it to the entire American public. In the end, that incredibly stupid thing came to pass. Are you curious? Do you want to know? Oh, can I have the volume? I want you to listen to, can you see what I'm asking you here again? What do you want? Somebody woke up one day and said something incredibly stupid. He woke up, maybe he was sitting down smoking something he shouldn't have smoked. Then he looked up and says, I want to go to the moon. Have you ever said something to your friends and they told you that you are not okay? That was the kind of idea. You just wake up and look at everybody and you say, I want to go to the moon. For what? The moon that the whole world has been seeing up there for so long. You wake up one day, Mekasha, and he decided that you want to go to the moon. But you know what? When he said he was going to go to the moon, he called a mentor, a science mentor, by the name of Dr. Werner von Braun. And he said to him, Werner, what does it take to go to the moon and come back safely? Can I give you the answer Dr. Werner gave him? 5 words only. The will to do it. The will to do it. Now see him announcing to America, to the entire world, this stupid idea, that idea that looked impossible. This is him telling them, now I want you to listen. Oh, the volume is not here yet. Volume, please. Is it ready? Okay, that's all from the volume.
Why some say the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Bryce play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are willing to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the other two. We shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 3.
Oops, sorry. Please let me reactivate that. Now, because of time, let me explain to you what happened here. He said, we'll go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. Can you see the power of decision? Can you see the power of decision? He says, we choose. He says, not because it is easy, but because it is hard, because it will test us and our resources and our intelligence and the best of our energies. He did not say we will try. He says we choose to. The power of decision and clarity. What do you want? Many of you wrote down figures of money you can't even count, you can't even pronounce. Why? Because you were trying to do something, but make a decision of how much you want for yourself. Something you understand, but something you know that to produce, you must become a higher version of yourself. In this video, he proceeded to describe the spaceship that we use to go to the moon. He said it will be made from alloys of metal, some that have not even been created yet. Can you see the power of a dream? What do you carry in your mind? What do you carry in your mind? What do you carry in your mind? We live in a world of thought. Our thoughts create our experiences. And therefore, we experience what we think. It is the quality of our thoughts then that creates the quality of our life. And that's why you cannot wake up and focus on mindless surfing of the internet. Find information every single day that speaks about the quality of life you want. Find information every single day that speaks about the quality of change you want to represent. And feed your mind over and over with that information. That information will alter your thoughts. And altered thoughts will bring altered realities. Do you understand this? So far, I've asked you I've told you a few things. Now, a simple question. Do you believe all that I've told you? Do you believe it? If you believe it, take action. Do something about it. All right? Now, we're meant to have a group activity, but I'm out of time. All right? I'm out of time. However, I'll leave these activities with the organizers. Once you can do the activities, they'll select 10 of you. I've also sent the video for the training out to them. They'll select 10 of you, 6 ladies and 4 men, for a 1-week training. That's a scholarship. It's a paid training, but it's a scholarship for 6 people here. So they will decide how to select the 6 ladies and 4 men, and then they'll contact me, okay? But the point is this, all that I can teach you, I can't teach you in these short sessions. But when I get you engaged in written tasks and assignments that have to do with your own future, it opens up to your mind. Do you understand that? So let's round up together. Again, I ask you, what do you want? Make a clear decision. Please, everybody, as we round up, I want you to read this at the top of your voice. Are you ready? Are you ready? 3, go. When you grow, everything in your life grows with you. Change the information you're taking in. Change the information you're taking in. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the count to 4 technique. Make a decision about what you want, break it into goals, create an action plan, a blueprint, and then take action. Thank you very much. So at the end of the slides, of course, the workshop is there, but they'll take you through the workshop at a more convenient time. Thank you.
I couldn't get you on time.
This is George. George is the optimizer. We cannot have enough of him. As you can see, he's more or less cut it just on the surface. This is the tip of the iceberg. On the iceberg, the bottom, as you know, is much bigger, much bigger, much bigger. So please, once again, give him a huge round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Before the next session, what we are having is our breakfast, a little bit of break, but in the meantime, we will will have with him. But of course, we are quite many here, so we just have a few boys and some girls, and a little bit of come up with organizers to have a photo session with him, and then we'll take it up from there.